The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
A wonderful way to start your day. More interviews, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome to the Sandy Kastel Show here today, live with Michael Monge. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Are you awake?
Yeah, I got up around 10 minutes ago.
Did you? Yeah. Well,
I've had enough rest.
You are a musician and a performer after all, and a lot of times, it used to be anyway, when we were performing all night long, then we were getting up in the afternoon before we had to start our day. But now we actually have to play both sides. We're up in the morning to do our business, and then we're working at night.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Isn't that the name of the song?
Just like... Yeah, just like Lionel's song, All Night Long.
That's right. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about your history, because you're not a local, you are local now, but you were not always a local here in Las Vegas. You are from another part of the country.
Yeah, a different part of the world here.
And your accent kind of tells you where, but let's have you tell us.
Okay, well, I grew up in the Bronx on Arthur Avenue.
Oh, Arthur Avenue.
Good old Italian part of the Bronx. And I spent most of my years out back east, and I was very fortunate, after singing all over the place, to go down to Florida. And I started singing in this one place one night, and just so happened Steve Wynn was in the same place. And he walked up, and he invited me back to his table. We talked, and I just wound up finding out that I'm going to be heading out here, because he asked me to headline his hotel.
At the Wynn Hotel?
At the Wynn Hotel.
Oh,
Wynn Encore.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be a 2-week thing, and before you knew it, it was 2.5 years.
Oh my gosh. Now, what year was this that you came out?
2014.
Okay.
I first got here in April. And I ended my stay there this past September.
So why?
Well, like Vegas,
Changes,
you can't explain.
Right?
Everything changes. And, I'm very happy to have been there as long as I was. And he was very good to me. So maybe someday he'll just give me another call when things change again.
Well, Steve Wynn was very instrumental in changing a lot of things here in Las Vegas. As you know, starting out at the Golden Nugget, and then him renovating that. And then moving on to, of course, the Mirage, Treasure Island, the Bellagio, and the Encore. So, but he's always been known to be really good to his people.
He's very intelligent. I enjoy just listening to him talk.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He's a very intelligent man.
Yeah.
But let's talk more about you. This show is about you, Michael Monge. Now,
Show's about 10 minutes long?
It's about 10 minutes long, that's right. Yeah, but I think we're going to need a lot longer than an hour today, because you have a big history. You didn't just show up on the scene. Tell us a little bit about who was your inspiration, first of all?
Well, growing up, it's a long story. Because
we have 30 minutes now.
I'll start at the beginning. I remember looking up out of my crib.
Yeah. And they were dangling these musical instruments in front of you.
I've always enjoyed many different genres of music, but growing up, I've always listened to Paul Anka as a young man, and I used to sing in places, and little by little, I met different people, because I was singing in a club that was primarily a catering type place for weddings. And back in 1976, a gentleman walked in, turned out to be Jimmy Roselli, and he was yelling at me for not singing more songs suitable to my voice. So he yelled at me and said, "Learn Italian." And he gave me a whole stack of 8-track tapes. Of himself.
Oh my gosh, of himself, right.
So he said, learn these. And it was nice, because he later on followed different places that I went, and to see how I was advancing with the Italian. And then one day he said to me, "You son of a bitch." Can I say that?
You just did. There'll be a big bleep. Bleep.
Anyway, he said, "Now they're going to think that you're me." because I guess I sounded too much like him.
Too much like him.
But,
Well, anytime you're learning new songs,
yeah,
a lot of times as a performer, we emulate those singers because we're learning the songs. And then also, when you're doing top 40, whatever it was, or is top 40 at the time as a performer, people in general want to hear that song sound exactly like it sounds on the radio, on the record, or
That's true.
CD or album or MP3 or encoder, whatever. So, and of course, it's just like studying the masters. If you're an artist, you're studying the masters. But then afterwards, I know after that, then you start developing your own voice.
Yeah. And I've also grown up listening to Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy, Tom Jones, Engelbert. I love so many different types of music.
Well, all great singers.
Yeah,
and performers. Some are more performers, some are more
Yeah.
singers.
But there's just so many. And even today, I still try to learn new songs. At the hotel, they asked me to do some more up-to-date stuff, like
Bruno Mars.
yeah. And some other guy, John Mayer, and another John, I forgot who his name.
I don't know.
But I try to learn different. It's first of all, the song has to appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if it appeals to me, then I'm going to learn how to do it.
Well, I got to tell you, I took my dad to the Italian American Club last Friday night to see the show, that was going on there, the Bee Gees.
Oh, the Bee Gees, yeah.
And afterwards, we went into the other room, which is the lounge there where the bar is, and where a lot of singers sat in. And my dad has a critical ear. He's almost near pitch, so he's a little tough to sit through a show of somebody. But he actually enjoyed, Carmine. Carmine had his band there, and we had some of the guys there that we've worked with before in the past, And my dad sat there and he said, "Hey, these are good. These are good guys." Of course, they were playing jazz until all the singers sat in. Then they had to play the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But he really enjoyed your singing, and so that's a big compliment coming from my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did too, but I'm just saying.
Tell him I'll pay him the $10 later.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get a musician to sit down and listen to somebody else, Okay, so when you were growing up, then you had these people that inspired you to sing. What was your progression? I mean, did you start out in high school singing or before you were in high school? What?
Yeah, in high school, I used to sing with some of the bands.
Yeah.
And after high school, a few friends of mine, we put together bands, and we started doing not nightclub scenes because we were still a little bit too young, but we got invited to do some of the weddings and some of the parties, and we got pretty well known, and people asked me to come back, and little by little it led into the nightclub scene.
Right.
And then growing up, I mean, I started getting offers to do different things, like bigger places, the Fontainebleau out in Miami, and a lot of places. I was up in the Catskills, so
another famous place where the singers go.
I did a few places up there, like the Concord, the Browns, the Stevensville. And I really loved doing this one place. It was an Italian place called Villa Roma, and it was up in Callicoon, just outside. And the funniest part was, after I had learned to sing in Italian, now I don't speak a word of Italian because my family growing up didn't want us to do anything but English. They wanted us to know English. So when my grandmother used to come over the house and talk Italian, she used to get yelled at. And but anyway, up in this place called Villa Roma, I sang Italian there. And the funny part was, after the show, I'd come off of the stage and I'd have these people coming up to me, talking to me in Italian.
Right.
And I'd have to tell them, "Excuse me, I don't know what you're saying."
I just learned the songs. It's like when you do opera, the opera singers, you're learning the lyric, you're learning exactly the pronunciation of the songs.
Exactly.
But you don't really know what you're saying.
But that was basically my life. I mean, there were times I worked in a pizza store.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I used to make a mean pizza.
Yeah.
and some nice veal cutlet parmesan.
Oh, I see. You're like a closet chef, huh?
Yeah.
But you do it for friends and family, right?
Yeah. Well, my grandmother taught me how to cook a lot of that stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, that's usually the way it's handed down a lot. You know, my dad taught me how to cook. I was, 4 years old, fixing steaks and potatoes.
I love steak and potatoes.
But that's okay. I learned how to make a steak. So, have you done any albums?
I have 3 CDs out, but they're all from back east.
Yeah.
One is all of the standards. I have one that's an Italian CD, and I have a 50s CD.
So, are we going to get to listen to some music today?
Well, I imagine you can go pull something up and.
I think we might have something. Okay, so why don't we take a little break?
Okay.
This is Michael Monge, and we're going to take a little break and listen to our sponsors. But we're going to play a video, I think, of Michael Monge singing at the Dennis Bono show, right?
Well, it's not a video because it's a radio show.
Oh, it's an audio. We're going to listen to it.
But if you could get video on it, that'd be great.
Well, you can mime. All right, Michael Monge.
This next gentleman has really made an impact in this town over the past couple of years. Of course, he started working for Steve Wynn, and now he's working all over the state and all over the city, and a terrific singer. He's at the Italian American Club on the 22nd of September and October 21st at McDonald Ranch. A warm welcome, if you would, Michael Monge.
Good afternoon, everyone. Why are the stars so light? Why is my heart so light? Why is the sky so blue? Since the hour I met you, flowers are smiling bright, smiling for our delight, smiling so tenderly for the world, you and me. I know why my world is smiling, smiling so tenderly. It is the same old story through all eternity. Love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to love. The world cannot be wrong if in this world there is you. I care not what the world may they say. Without your love there is no day. So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. The world cannot be wrong if in this world there is you. I care not what the world may they say. Without your love there is no day. So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. Thank you very much.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Michael Monge.
Hi, Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel Show. I'm here live with Michael Monge. And Michael, that was great listening to you sing on the Dennis Bonus Show, but I would really like to hear the real thing in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe
be-
a different song, maybe something Italian,
Sure.
you know, so
Why
we
not?
can hear the Italian voice.
We could do that, I suppose.
Okay, what do you think? What are you
All
going to
right.
sing for us?
Well, how about Alila?
Oh, yeah. I
Beautiful Jerry
like,
Vale song.
yes, yes.
Okay. Why don't we do that for you? Al di là del bene più prezioso ci sei tu. Al di là del sogno duandezioso ci sei tu. Where you walk, flowers bloom. When you smile, all the gloom turns to sunshine. And my heart opens wide. When you're gone, it fades inside and seems to have died. All along, I wondered as I drifted where you are. All along, the fog around me lifted, and there you are. In the kiss that I gave was the love I had saved for a lifetime. Then I knew all of you was completely mine. Al di là dal limite del mondo ci sei tu. Al di là dal limite del mondo ci sei tu. Al di là della volta infinita, al di là della vita ci sei tu. Al di là ci sei tu. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, al di là. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Grazie, grazie, grazie. Bravo, bravo. See, I know a few words. That's it. Mangia, mangia. So that's lovely. So
Thank you.
Gosh, learning Italian but not speaking it.
Not speaking
Italian
it.
songs but not
Yeah,
speaking the
yeah.
language. Have you learned more since those days when you learned those few songs, or
Well, yeah,
Little-
you know little things, but I never use them.
no pickup lines or anything like that, or what faccia bella? That's beautiful face, right? Isn't that beautiful face?
I love my favorite saying in Italian is "Ciao, Bella."
Ciao, Bella. So what about mentoring and turning around and helping others that are coming up? Maybe kids that are wanting to be
Yeah.
singers, that want to be in the industry. Do you have things that you tell them?
Well, I just started doing exactly that. There's a young lady that goes to the School for Music out here, and she came over my house one day because I was doing a show and said she sang opera. So I did a show at a place called The Space. I listened to her. I thought she was very, very good. So I put her into my show.
Oh.
And I let her get up there and show what she can do, which was wonderful. People loved her. And then again, later, had her in a second time. And then thought, how can I help this girl? And I made a phone call to someone who deals a lot with kids and puts them into places, and found out that he actually put her into a Christmas show coming up.
For this, right here in town?
Yeah, right here in town.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, she's a terrific, terrific young lady.
So what kind of tips did you give her as far as the craft and the business of music? Because obviously there's a lot more to it than just singing your favorite songs.
She was very nervous when we were going to do the show before going out. And I says, I don't care what anyone tells you. I'll tell you what was told to me. Just make believe there's nobody there. You're in your living room or in the shower or wherever, and whatever makes you comfortable, put yourself there, forget about the audience, and just show them what you could do. Let that voice go.
That's great.
And she sounded terrific that night.
That's good. That's good. Well, you know, I think it's great to be out mentoring others and to helping them get a leg up, because we've all had somebody in our lives. Who was that somebody for you? Oh, it was. Well, you already told us. It was.
There was a number
Ellie,
of people, actually.
But that was a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, even giving you the tapes to learn his songs. Who else?
Paul Anka. He invited me up to sing with him at the Rainbow Room when I was younger, which was a funny story because it was a prom, and there was about 25 of us at this table, and I told you I grew up listening to Paul Anka. I knew every song he did, how long he held a note, when he took a pause, everything about the song. So he's performing at the Rainbow Room, and I'm at the table singing maybe a little too loud.
Too loud, along with him.
Yeah, along with him, yeah. And when I turned, I noticed that he was standing right next to me. And he said to me, hey, kid, you seem to know all my songs. Why don't you get up and do the next one? Well, being a brazen kid, I said, sure, why not? And I got up. And, well, he had me sing a very, very pretty song. Not a well-known song, but it's a very beautiful tune called Time to Cry.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
And after doing that song and the way I did it, he had me sing 2 more.
Wow, 3 songs on stage.
And he said to me after the show, if you're ever out in California, maybe, I can help you out.
But you never went?
I never went.
No. Well, that's a good story, though.
Yeah.
3 songs, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
One song is,
No, it was great. But I actually had a very successful business at a very young age. Fixing cars, foreign cars, and I owned this big place and making quite a bit of money. So my girl didn't want me to go anywhere. She said, nah, why would you give that up? So I stuck around. Later on we got married. But
did you have children?
I have 2.
You do?
A boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they out here? Are they back there?
No, they're back east still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually made the move then to do this full time?
Well, yeah. Well, my wife passed 7 years ago, and
I'm so sorry.
I decided to get back into entertainment because I had taken it and put it on pause. And after getting back into it, it wasn't long before I wound up meeting the right people and winding up out here.
And that's when you were down there singing and met Steve Wynn, and he said, come on out here.
Yeah.
Well, do we have anything more to listen to? Are you going to sing us another one? Or should we just go to a quick break and come right back?
Whatever you'd like to do. I mean, I'd be willing to sing for you again.
Would you? Would you? Okay. What do you want? He's got a whole
see.
plethora of songs here.
Let's see what we have in the little candy box here.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Sinatra, so we'll do a little Sinatra tune for you.
And while you're pulling up that music, you do have a song. I mean, you have a show coming up at the Italian American Club, which is
Yes.
coming up this Friday. This Friday,
yeah, at 8:00 at the Italian American Club. It's Under the Harvest Moon is the name of the show. Why, I don't know, but we're going to do a lot of great songs.
Maybe it's a harvest moon
Yeah,
this week.
I
this
guess it's
month,
because it's September.
because
Who
it's
knows?
September.
I don't come up with the names.
All right. Well, why don't we take a quick pause to listen to our sponsors, and we will be right back with Michael Monge singing another song for us from his upcoming show that's going to be at the Italian American Club this Friday night at 8 p.m. Hi, I'm Sandy Kastel, the founder of WIMA. What is WIMA? WIMA is Women in Music and Arts, empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. You can find out more about us at wimafoundation.org.
Crazy Terry here with your car care tip of the day. Today's tip's about tire maintenance, how to check a tire, how to fill it properly. Okay, so as we can see, we've got a low tire. We probably saw that a month ago and said we'll fill it, but like everything, we let a day go by. Next thing you know, we got a problem. Properly check a tire, remove the valve cover, got a tire gauge, simply put it on there, and it'll read the pressure down at the bottom in PSI, pounds per square inch. We can see here that this is so low, it's barely reading. There's probably 10 pounds in it at best. So how do we properly inflate it? Well, we're going to need an air chuck. Go down to the local store or come by the shop. We'll use this tool to inflate it. And that sounds like that's all we need to do, but we need to know how much to inflate it to, because overinflated is just as bad as underinflated. We can look at the tire, and on here we're going to find a cold pressure rating rated in PSI, and it's going to say anywhere from 32 to 80 pounds depending on the vehicle. We'll want to find that so we know the maximum inflation cold. We're going to look until we find the load rating. And here we find the maximum PSI is 44 PSI, pounds per square inch cold. We don't want to fill it any more than that, but we don't want to underfill it either. We want to fill it to 44. So it seems like checking the air pressure is no big deal. It's not. It's really simple to do, but we want to make sure we got the correct pressure. How do we find that? Let me show you. We open the door and we locate the sticker. It's usually right here. It could be down on the lower rocker, but it's on the driver's side. And after we look around, we'll see right here it says 35 PSI. That's the pressure that the tire requires that was sold with the vehicle. But if you change the tires later to a high-performance tire, mud and snow or anything else, look at the cold pressure on the side of the tire to make sure you're properly inflated. This could be 35 today, but we get a performance tire, it's 44, 45, or even higher. We'll want to make sure we're inflating the tire properly. A couple of things you're going to need if you're checking your own tires: tire gauge and a rag, because you are going to get a little dirty. If you don't want to do that, I don't blame you. Bring it to the shop, we'll check it for you. We'll do a whole inspection on the vehicle if you like. We'll check the tires, make sure you're safe. This can save you a lot of time and keep you safe. Crazy Terry here with your car care tip of the day. Thanks a lot.
I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. I've got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life. I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing. I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. Love is a beautiful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life. I'm in love. Love is a beautiful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life. What a world, what a life. Hey man, you know I'm in love. I'm in love.
Bravo, bravo. You know, there's a lot of guys out there doing Sinatra.
Yeah.
And but you got to do him. You know, I mean, I grew up with him. I'm not with him, but listening to his songs, his albums. Back then they were albums.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, and you know, I'm not saying that it's boring to listen to, but there are a lot of other great singers.
Yes, there are.
That's
yeah.
why I do what I do, and I like to do different genres. I love Sinatra.
Yeah.
Love D. Martin. Love them all.
Well, you know, and they're all great guys. You know, to sing their songs.
Absolutely.
You know, just
Yeah.
like a female singer, you got to sing all the songs.
You can sing some of those too.
Yeah. As long as you're not doing Funny Girl.
That would be pretty funny.
So you've got your show coming up this Friday. Tell us about your kind of marriage with the Italian American Club, because I know it kind of started out slow, like it always does, but Italian American Club has been very good with you, and you know are doing some different shows there.
I love the audiences that come into the Italian American Club. I love hanging out there too.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you want to come out and have a good time, Italian American Club, you might find me there too.
Especially Saturday nights if he's not working.
But it's great. Benny and Jimmy treat me like family. I just, you know, the food is fantastic. The drinks are great. Even though I gave up the alcohol, I'm drinking water now. And it wasn't because I drink.
No? Why was it then?
I get some touches of the gout. You know, getting old sucks. And different things happen.
So that causes
yeah, they
that
said
contributes to it?
Absolutely. One of the biggest contributors.
It is.
And ever since I stopped 3 months ago, I haven't had the gout ever since.
Well, good.
So,
yeah.
and I lost a lot of weight too.
20
pounds.
Benefits.
So, yeah, I mean, the food, the drinks, everything is great there. They even, you know, refinished the Sinatra room in the back. And it's a kind of place that it takes you back. I mean, Vegas was terrific, but Vegas in the old days was fantastic.
Even better. Yes.
and this Italian American Club, it takes you back to that time.
Well, you know, we don't have a lot of places around town that where people dress up and go out. And at the Italian American Club, they don't show up in shorts and flip flops. I can tell you that.
No, they do not.
You know, they show up in nice. You know, the ladies dress up, the men dress up. You come in there, you have a beautiful meal. I mean, the waiters are fantastic, and the waitresses, and the bartenders, great. I mean, it's
absolutely. It's the whole package is just perfect.
Yeah,
there.
it's a great location, and like you said, Ben and Jim, they've done a great job. And you know, it's funny. My dad years ago played at the old Italian American Club. You know, before they had bought it, you know, and renovated everything. Okay. But you know, since then they bought it, they renovated it. They've got that nice room where you're going to be performing this Friday night, which seats about 250, 300 people.
Yeah, up to 300.
Up to 300, and they also have the dance floor there if people want to. I don't know if you want them up during your show or a different kind of a show.
Well, you know, I have had shows there where we welcome the dancing, and then there's those other ones where it's just
the show.
Theater seating.
Well, what kind is it this week?
This is going to be a regular show, no dancing.
Okay, so dinner theater. I mean, like, and so you can order food beforehand. You can go into the regular restaurant side and have your dinner and then come into the show. Or you can order your dinner during the show, right?
Yes, you can.
Have it. Or dessert. You can
dessert.
Have dinner before and dessert there. Yeah, so it's a great
Jack
room.
Daniels is a good dessert.
Jack Daniels? even if you're not drinking it, right? So, okay, so you've got that show coming up this Friday night. Friday night,
Yes.
8 p.m., Italian American Club. And where do they get tickets?
They could buy them online at iacvegas.com.
Okay.
They can go there or pick them up directly, or they can go to my website and call me, and I'll bring tickets to you.
There you go. See?
I might even sing a song when I deliver it.
Oh, wow. Special delivery. So, now you have some other shows coming up soon?
I do. I have one at McDonald's Ranch, which is out on the Henderson end. And that's going to be October 21st, which is a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And that show is at 7 o'clock.
And that's a big stage.
Yes,
It's a big stage, and I think there again they seat about a couple of hundred people.
Yes.
There, and so where can they get tickets for that one?
Unfortunately, that they have to go to the McDonald Ranch.
They actually have to go and purchase them there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they could pick them up at the Tuscany Grill,
Oh, really?
because I dropped some tickets off there with a special deal. The deal is if you have dinner at the Tuscany Grill, which is on Eastern, and you purchase a ticket, which he has the tickets, you will get a free CD of mine.
Are you talking about Tuscany Grill, the restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, you mean with
Lou's.
With Lou
Yeah.
and Jerry. Oh my gosh, that's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love them.
So you can get tickets there also.
Yeah, yeah. And you really should try out the dinner there. It's fabulous. I've known Lou and Jerry since the days when they were working somewhere else. We don't want to mention names. But both of them were working different places. And actually Mike is at the bar, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And the three of them decided to go in together, and at first they were on Sunset, and then in a
Yep.
different location, and it just got so busy that they had to move, and now they're on Eastern.
it's a
and
beautiful
it's
restaurant.
Great,
Food's terrific.
Great food, and they have a great prime rib, and
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, and the meatballs and the spaghetti and meatballs, and you have a nice Chianti Reserve. I mean, I've been there.
Gotta love the meatballs.
I love the meatballs. Anyway, so
Hey, Lou. I just want you to know I'm talking about you.
that's right, Lou. And it's Sandy here, Lou. Anyway, so all right, so that again, the date is October
26.
26th. Get your tickets at the McDonald's Ranch, and then go have dinner. Go have dinner at Tuscany Grill and get your tickets there. That's the best deal.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
a nice CD for free.
Oh, great, good. And then I hear through the grapevine that you are going to be performing on a regular basis at one of the hotels here.
Yeah, which is just recently I signed a contract with Sam's Town Casino,
Great.
and they're going to have me there at the lounge every Wednesday night through the end of this year.
Oh, good. Wednesday nights at the Sam's Town?
Sam's Town, it's called the
Boulder
Roxy's Lounge.
Boulder
Highway, yeah.
Okay. Roxy's Lounge, Boulder Highway, Wednesday nights. What time?
It starts at 6
Okay.
to 9:30.
And is that just open to the public?
Yes, it is.
People come in, have a couple drinks or something like
Absolutely,
that?
yeah. And they have a dance floor.
Oh, and they have a dance floor. Perfect. So you'll be and every time when you play, are you playing with the same configuration of band?
Yeah, it's a three-piece.
A three-piece, so a trio.
I have keyboards, bass, and drums.
Okay, and the musicians that you're working with?
They're pretty regular, most of them,
Mm-hmm.
although sometimes in our business we can't make every gig, so we have substitutes.
Yeah. Well, gosh, you've got a lot going on, for just being here a short period of time. You
Little by little.
Came in at the Win and the Encore, and
Yeah.
here you are, and you're working a lot of different places.
Yeah, we're trying, Sandy.
Well, that's the point. So, tell us a little bit about as a musician and as an artist or singer. What are some of the things that you do to stay fit and fabulous forever? I have to get that in there because we have to stay in shape. You said one thing, you gave up alcohol, and you've already lost weight with that.
Yes, and I start eating the correct way, and I also try to walk, and usually in the mornings for an hour and a half I play a little bit of tennis, so I'm running back and forth on a court, and I actually have to wake up and go to the John, so when I go back to sleep, it's usually a different dream. But no, eating properly and giving up the alcohol was good for the weight loss for myself. And as far as keeping in good tone in the voice, I sing usually an hour and a half each day, and my neighbors love it, and I'm going to start charging them.
Oh, that's good. John's trying to give me a note here, and it's written in some kind of ink that I cannot read. Oh, we're so subtle here. So okay, I got sidetracked a little bit there, but so staying in shape, eating well, giving up alcohol, or at least minimally for the rest of us, and because it does add calories. Especially even just adding two glasses of wine or something with dinner every day, it adds about 400 calories, I think.
It's amazing the weight I was losing on a regular basis just by stop drinking.
Well, it's sugar. There's the sugar in it, and then if you have a mixed drink that has a hard alcohol and then it has Coke in it, well, forget about it. You're like over 400 calories in one drink or something.
Well, personally, I love Jack Daniels, so I didn't want to ruin it with anything from
the
outside.
You just did it straight over the rocks. But those days are gone, I guess. All right, so staying in shape, staying fit and fabulous forever. And I hear you have a special hairdresser.
Oh, you heard about that, huh?
I heard about her, yes. Well, actually, I heard about her
because
she's doing my hair, too. See, isn't it lovely?
What do you think of mine?
Yes.
Yeah. I was very fortunate in meeting this young lady at the Italian American Club.
Ah.
And we kind of hit it off, and now she's my hairdresser, and we're dating.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Gina's a very, very good hairstylist, and I get my nails done. I get manicures, pedicures. I mean,
see,
she takes good care of me.
Real men can get mani-pedis, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't go in any store and get it done.
No. Oh, I see. Well, that's good. And in fact, and that's Gina. Had said, told me about you and everything. And I said, I know that guy. I keep hearing about this guy from out of town that is taking the city by storm. And Michael Monge. I kept hearing Michael Monge. I said, really?
And she's a good cook.
Oh, she's a great cook.
Oh, my gosh. She cooks all great foods. I mean, I would never eat squash or some of this other green stuff, but she makes it taste real good. I know I'm Italian. I'm supposed to know that, but I'm all about the spaghetti.
Is it broccoli rabe or something like that?
Broccoli rabe is fantastic.
Yeah.
A little bit of sausage.
Yeah. So you're making me hungry. I just had breakfast, a little while ago. So and that's got to be tough to keep. To keep your weight down too when you're having such great food.
Yeah, the right portion sizes.
Yeah. And exercise, walking is one of the best exercises for you.
Yeah.
So, well, all right. It's been such a pleasure to have you on the show. And I do have to tell them a little bit about a show I've got coming up, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm doing a show, and as a matter of fact, I know you're coming to it. It's
yes, I am.
Yeah, it's next Saturday night, and it's at a place called the Baobab Stage Theater. And it's at we're doing a show at 7 o'clock at night. The doors open at 6. And I've got this wonderful singer, Sylvia Boissel. She's from France, and she's, of course, doing French songs for us. But she's doing French and English, which is nice, just like you did the Italian and English. And so she's going to be opening the show, and she's going to be playing guitar on one of the songs. I'm really excited about that. And the theater, the Baobab Stage Theater, is right over there in Town Square. It's, right behind you. It's in the back there. You go around to where the valet parking is in the back.
Yes.
And
plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. And Wasa, I can't remember how to say her last name, but Wasa owns the place. And she's a designer. She designs all these clothes, and they're right there in the little boutique. And you walk inside, and there's all these beautiful art pictures and stuff. And it's a great theater, and we've got tickets on sale. The $25 for the regular tickets, which are general seating, and then $35 for the VIP, which is in these nice cushy chairs, that right up front. So so you can get your tickets. You can call me and get them, or you can get them online, with Baobab WWDBTV.com, I believe. We have the link up on our website and on Facebook that you can check out. Just go to WIMA. It's a WIMA Presents Woman in the Mirror, and it's starring myself, of course, Sandy Kastel, and Sylvie Boissel. So check us out, get your tickets, and we'll see you Saturday night, the 30th, over at Baobab Stage Theater.
And I'll be there.
And you'll be there. And so, I would love sometimes to do something with you, too, get up and
Absolutely.
sing a song. There are some duets, that we could do.
I can do a lot of different stuff. So.
But anyway, again, any last things that you'd like to share with the audience? Just give a shout out to anybody.
Well, I'd like to know at that show. I mean, during the show, does the woman go around selling her designs?
Not during the show, but before the show. But she might do a special for you. Would you like to model one? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you never know.
We do get mani-pedis, So. Anyway, I want to say a big shout out to Gina Pensanti. Hi, Gina, for introducing us.
Hi, Gina.
Yes, and also for doing my hair. And making my reds be really good, because it's very important for redheads to keep our reds shining bright brightly. And thank you so much again for being on my show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And
I
I'll
loved it.
see you Friday night at the Italian American Club.
Great, and I'll see you Saturday night too.
There you go. All right.
I want one of those cushy seats.
You want one of the cushy seats,
I gotta buy a couple of those VIPs.
VIPs.
Hey, that's the only way we do it.
That's right. We got to do it right.
We got to do it the right way.
That's right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. This is the Sandy Kastel Show with Michael Monge. See you again.